If your brain had a gossip column, today's headline would read, Microglia got a snack problem. These tiny immune cells, normally the disciplined cleanup crew of your nervous system, have been caught red-handed binging on fat and forgetting to do their actual job. It sounds absurd, but this is exactly what new research suggests is happening in Alzheimer's disease, and surprisingly, it's good news for future treatments. Microglia are basically the brain's housekeepers. Their job is to patrol, mop up debris, recycle dead neurons, and swallow up troublemakers like amyloid beta, the sticky protein that forms those notorious Alzheimer's plaques. In a healthy brain, they're energetic little multitaskers, the type A personalities of the immune system. But when they get exposed to too much amyloid beta, they start behaving like someone who came home after a stressful day, opened a bag of snacks, and never stopped eating. They start making free fatty acids for energy, which sounds fine, but then they take a strange turn and start hoarding those fats as storage instead of burning them. Slowly, they fill up with fat droplets until they look like microscopic bubble wrap. And here's where things go downhill. When microglia are full of fat, they get sluggish. They stop patrolling, they stop cleaning, and they let those amyloid plaques pile up like uncollected trash on the curb. Purdue researchers found that fat-stuffed microglia are about 40% worse at clearing amyloid beta than leaner ones. That means the more fat they store, the more plaque builds up, which creates even more stress, which makes them hoard even more fat, a vicious cycle. But here's where the story takes a hopeful twist. The researchers zoomed in on the last step of the fat-making process and found an enzyme called DGAT2 that acts like the fry cook in this scenario. It takes free fatty acids and turns them into triacylglycerol, a long-term storage fat. For some reason in Alzheimer's brains, DGAT2 isn't cleared away like it normally would be. It just keeps cooking and cooking, loading microglia with more fat than they can handle. So the scientists tried two clever tricks. They gave the microglia a compound that shut down DGAT2's activity, and another that helped the cell get rid of it faster. The results were striking. The microglia slimmed down, got their energy back, and went right back to eating plaques. In other words, they kicked the snack habit and got back on the job. This is where the science gets really exciting because it's not just another study pointing out a problem, it's pointing out a switch we can flip. Instead of endlessly designing drugs to scrub away plaques from the outside, we could boost the brain's own cleaning team from the inside. Think of it as giving microglia a personal trainer and a healthy diet so they can stay in shape and keep the brain clear. That's not just a treatment, that's prevention. And this idea might go far beyond Alzheimer's. Microglial fat overload has been seen in aging brains, after head injuries, and in other neurodegenerative conditions. If we can figure out how to keep microglia metabolically lean and energetic, we might be able to protect memory and cognitive function in a whole range of situations. Instead of only treating disease after the damage is done, we could strengthen the brain's natural defenses decades earlier. It's also comforting to know that microglia aren't just broken in Alzheimer's, they're more like overworked employees who got distracted and started stress snacking. That means we don't have to replace them. We just have to get them back into balance. The idea that your brain might just need a little metabolic reset instead of a total overhaul is a much more positive vision for the future of dementia care. So yes, your microglia have a snack problem, but science may have just found their diet plan. And if we can help them slim down and get back to work, we might one day have a brain that stays clearer, longer, sharper, and maybe just a little bit sassier well into old age.